Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is super fun. I am showing you how to create a pond themed sensory bin. I am doing this bin to go along with the At the Pond unit study from Gather Round Homeschool. This is a ready to read unit, so for children who are learning to read. So my 5-year-old is doing this as the second book in the series. So this is ready to read book 2. So if you're interested in knowing more about that, definitely go check out my last video. You do not need to do this along with the unit study though. You can totally just do this for fun. So if you're interested in how to go about creating pond sensory bin, stay tuned. The first thing that you need for this pond sensory bin, water beads. So I got these Dewdrops Ocean Breeze water beads. They're non-toxic. I got them on Amazon. So they're linked in my Amazon storefront for you if you want to grab these. These do take a few hours to turn from these tiny beads, if you haven't used them before, into these water beads. So you do 1 tablespoon of these. You can tell I still have a ton left, and 8 cups of water. And this is how much you get for that. So I already had these done because I did a sensory bin with these last week using random things I had around the house. So you could also just simply do what I did and use things like old breast milk storage bottles and old Easter eggs and breast pump parts that worked great as funnels, and just like little dollar store silicone ladles and things like that. So my 5-year-old and 2-year-old loved this. They wanted to play with it all the time. But we're getting ready to start this pond unit, so I am doing a pond themed sensory bin for them as a way to just jumpstart the unit and have fun with it. So first thing I did is I just took all of these things out and I left the water beads. First I'll show you some of the things that I got to go along with this sensory bin. So I knew I wanted frogs and lily pads, but when I looked up lily pads on Amazon, they were way more than I wanted to spend. So I went to the dollar store, and these are not lily pads, but I figured they looked close enough for $1, and I'll only need a few of them. So what I am going to do to create lily pads is I am just going to snip off these little leaves, and here are my lily pads. So I'll just put 2 in there because I want to have other things in there as well. So right there, 2 lily pads and plenty of this to spare. And I am going to hold on to this because I am going to be doing a garden themed sensory bin next week or the week after. So I'll use some of these for that as well. So still only $1 and I can use them again. Then I saw this and I just thought this was really sweet and looked like the kind of tall grass that would be growing on the side of a pond. Again, I got this at the dollar store, and I also loved that it had these little sweet butterflies here on it. So what I am going to do is, again, just go ahead and cut this. We have a cute little butterfly that can be flying around above the pond, and we have some grass. So I'll put a little bit on this side, and then I'll even put just some regular grass right over here on the other side. So you could put more. I'm not putting a ton. I'll just hold on to those for something I want to do in the future. Next thing, of course, if I want to do lily pads with frogs, I need frogs. Again, these are little bath toys that I got from the dollar store. So I'll put one of those little guys on there. However, I did spring for this little kit that I thought was really, really cool. And I thought, if we are studying the pond, and this is truly about like learning about the pond and nature study, I found this frog life cycle kit on Amazon. They have so many different ones. They had the earthworm, they had different bugs, all kinds of stuff. So I did link this in my Amazon as well. You definitely want to go check this out. So what I'll probably do, because I'm making 2 of these, one for my 2-year-old, one for my 5-year-old, I'll probably use these in my 2-year-olds, and I'll use the more realistic life cycle version in my 5-year-olds. So I will just put these different pieces of the life cycle randomly in here, and I'll put them underneath so that some of the fun with these bins is just kind of like discovering what's underneath. So I'll put those under the water, and then I'll go ahead and put the other frog right on top of that lily pad. So some things to discover underneath. A couple of other things I did grab from the dollar store were these big bugs, and they're kind of big. So I'm kind of going back and forth about whether or not I want to include them in the sensory bin or if I'm just going to save them for the gardening theme bin. But I think I'll put at least one each, one in my 5-year-olds and one in my 2-year-olds. So there's like a fly, some kind of lizard, and then this little cricket, grasshopper. I probably need to know the answer before they're asking me. So I'll put one of these in each. The other option that I thought about that would be really cool is to, like, each day or each week put something different in here for them to sort of discover. So I'm not going to put them all in here. And again, that way you can kind of keep it interesting and fun. So I'll put these to the side, and I'll use these when I want to sort of switch it up. And I did get all of these bugs from the dollar store as well. I also just had this in a bath toy kit that I think was originally from the dollar store, just this little turtle. So I'll put the little turtle in there also. Last two things to actually go in are this wooden fish and this little wooden lizard. These are a good thing that would go like underneath for them to find. So probably again, just put one at a time in here just as like a fun thing to discover. And then this might be also something I have them paint because these are from the dollar store and that's what they're intended for. They're like a craft for them to paint them. So we may eventually paint them and then use them or not use them again in the sensory bin. So the last two things that I'm going to include are these little plastic tweezers, or big plastic tweezers, I guess I should say. And I'll kind of share with them that they can do the work of a scientist and do something like, I can find one, gently grab one of the little frogs from the life cycle and use it to sort of study it and figure out what stage in the life cycle this little guy is in. And I do have a laminated life cycle poster, like, you know, just a regular paper size poster that I'll put out so they can sort of try to match it up. It was a free printable that I found online when I was doing Spring Pond in the Exploring Nature with Children curriculum that we also do. So I'll also link that curriculum below. So you can check that out because that's really fun. So we did do a spring pond study a few weeks ago in that curriculum. So ponds coming back around is kind of exciting because we'll dig in a little bit more and for a longer length of time. So that is it for how to create a simple and pretty cheap pond sensory bin. You could throw it all in there. You could throw a couple things in there. But hopefully this gives you some ideas either for creating a pond themed sensory bin or just a sensory bin in general that you can tie in with things that you're learning or just do for fun on your own. So this is what it looks like for Gia for her setup when she comes home. My husband has them out at the park, but she'll be able to find all of the different cycles in here. She can use the little tweezers to pull them out, or she can just use her hands. She has our binder there. I have my teacher's guide over there. I have this book out because we'll also be doing a little bit of work from our square foot gardening curriculum today. And then my older boys are focusing on snakes. So they'll kind of be doing that. They'll listen in on this lesson, but they'll also be doing that, which will be pretty fun for them. So that's what we're doing today. And that's how I prep for At the Pond unit.
Hi guys. Trying to pry his mouth open because he's trying to eat it.
What is he trying to eat?
He's trying to eat the ostrich egg that he got in his mouth.
Oh, geez. That sounds pretty intense.
Hold it, like actually hold it. Good. Pry his mouth open and try to get it. There, got it.
Did you get it?
Yep. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, good job, scientist.
Perform surgery on this one real quick because part of it fell off. I want the little piece of the other part.
If you like this video, click the like button. Please comment, tell me what you like. Tell me what your favorite things to create sensory bins are. Tell me what your favorite sensory bins are, what you use. So I'm just diving into doing sensory bins and I'm really excited about all of the options. So let me know what you guys like. And let me know if there's things that you'd like to see in future videos, either related to sensory bins or other things. I do have 5 children, ages 1 through 13. So there is a lot of things that we could cover together. So let me know if there are things that you are interested in that I could include here on my channel for you. If you're not following me over on Instagram, definitely go check me out at rooted_homeschool. I show more day-to-day things that we're doing and just some fun ideas, big family life, mom life, real life kind of stuff. So happy you're here. If you're not subscribed, please click the subscribe button and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. And until next time, stay rooted.